I think there's like a misconception that you have to be a super strong, like double-digit climber to be a good setter, and that's just like completely false, like completely false. Hi, I'm Bex Venegas. This is the second Women Up comp I've set for.
My name is Claire Miller. This will be my third time setting for Women Up.
I am Maggie Gerard. This is the first Women Up that I have set for.
I'm Kylie O'Shaughnessy. This is actually my first comp at all.
And I'm Sarah Filler. This is my fourth Women Up comp, and I'm the chief route setter of this year's all-female setting crew for Women Up.
My first Women Up in 2018, I'd only been setting for 3 months, and the impact that the other route setters had on me was monumental. And it's really exciting because some of our apprentices have only 3 months of experience. I'm like, wow, I used to be there. That was me.
I came into setting with no experience setting, so having a laid out program and being able to work directly with a mentor definitely helped me learn much better setting habits. Like, I'm definitely a much better setter than I would have been otherwise.
I was super insecure like when I first started. You know, I joined this like crew of setters who are just complete crushers. I felt so like a fish out of water, like I don't belong here, like everyone is so strong, they all know what they're doing. It doesn't necessarily mean that you're gonna be good at setting.
As setters, everyone's just like, yeah, I need to be stronger, but that's like, you can be 2 grades stronger, like climbing a lot harder, and you're still gonna be like, oh, I could be a bit stronger.
Creativity and having a good sense of technique and of like how movement works is more important than being a super strong climber.
I understand movement, I understand aesthetics.
You don't have to climb V10 to set V10. Just surrounding myself with strong climbers, you learn how to interpret their movements in ways that like I might not be able to do, but I can see on the wall.
Every setter has set something that is outside of their climbing grade. And that's why it's always really important to try every move. Even if you can't get the move, it's important to try it.
I think that's the cool thing about setting, is that you don't have to be strong.
One of the most important qualities in a setter, and any field really, is communication.
Being able to take feedback.
And not having like a big ego.
Literally, your ego has to be removed. Your problem that you set at the end of the day isn't yours anymore, it's everyone's.
I think a good quality that setters should have is empathy and the ability to put yourself in the climber's shoes.
Being aware of your own strengths is also really important.
You want to put yourself in their situation and build the path of least resistance to like forcing that movement.
So I think people can get really stuck in the, oh, well, it works for me, or it feels comfortable for me, but like being able to think about like, how is it gonna feel for someone much smaller than you?
Because, you know, maybe you're really good at something. And so if somebody else is saying, hey, this is hard, you have to be able to accept that.
And that also like leads into grading a certain way. Like for this climb, you need a lot of power. This climb is like very technical.
It feels like such a creative job. You put so much of your like personal self into everything that you set. And if there's a critique when we're forerunning, it almost feels like personal. Like you're just like, oh, this comment is about me. And it's just like, you'll never just know everything. Be a really willing learner.
If you walk into a gym and the setting team is there, it's generally like, almost looks like a boys club. It's like very intimidating to approach. And there could be so many females that are interested, but they still, again, like have that intimidation factor.
Yeah, I was definitely nervous coming into setting, just knowing how kind of male-dominated this sphere is, and the biggest thing that has helped is like how incredibly welcoming and supportive the team has been. I've always felt my perspective is very valued, and like I am an equal member of the team.
Not being able to climb as like hard as like the rest of the crew, you sometimes feel that you can't help them, but you are helpful even if you can't pull. Like you're helpful for sizing reach. That is a big source of value.
It always feels like a fight whenever you enter an environment and you're the outlier or like you're the minority. Like not only am I a woman, I'm also not white. I'm very used to being a minority in spaces. Also at the same time, I know that I belong here and I want to be here. And I think that's why it's so important to hire more diverse setters.
Right now, my biggest goal with setting is to help bring other people from like underrepresented groups into setting. I want route setting to be something that like any climber can look at and see it as an approachable option.
Being exposed to like events like this has definitely inspired me. It's just so fun to like have everybody working hard for like the same goal. It's a lot of work, but it's so worth it.
I just want my presence in a commercial setting crew to be a good example and like a beacon of inclusivity, and hoping that it encourages other people of color, other genders to just be like, it's not a boys club anymore. If that person's there, then I could also be there.
This whole experience of setting for women up is so crazy to me. I started climbing maybe 4 years ago now, so it just goes to show that really anybody can do it. This is not something to be afraid of. This is something you should absolutely try.